And now, part 2 of As the World Turns.
All rise. Be seated. Court will now resume. Mrs. Connors, you are still under oath.
Yes, sir.
You may proceed, Miss Crawford.
Thank you, Your Honor. Mrs. Connors, I know this is difficult for you, but I have to go back to the matter of you and Mr. McColl being in love with each other.
Yes?
You say that Mr. McColl was unhappy because you told your son Jay about it.
Yes.
And that you had had a disagreement about that with Mr. McColl after returning from the concert that evening.
Yes, that's right.
Could you please be more specific about that disagreement?
You mean tell you what we said?
Yes, please.
I came home from the reception and I went directly to the library. I thought I saw someone leaving, but you see, I went through the kitchen, so it was possible that someone could have been there, and I wouldn't have seen who it was. And I went into the study, and I spoke to Whitney, and I asked him if it was his oldest son, Brian. He said no. He'd had a number of visitors, angry visitors, including my son, Jay.
He's got it in his head that you and I are in love with each other. Isn't that ridiculous?
Oh. Well, there's nothing wrong with Jay knowing about us.
About us?
We can't keep it a secret forever, and he's old enough to handle it now, Whit.
What's the matter with you, Dorothy? You been drinking?
He just wants us to be happy. He won't tell anyone.
Dorothy, there's nothing between us now, and you know it. You're my housekeeper.
19 years ago, in Florida, you loved me, Whit.
My God, Dorothy, you're going to bring that night up again?
Again? I haven't mentioned it in years.
I can't have... Did you tell Jay everything?
I told him we were in love with each other.
She's lying.
It's just a delusion, darling.
You may proceed, Miss Crawford.
Thank you, Your Honor. Mrs. Connors, am I to deduce from this that you were in love with Mr. McColl, but that on the night of August 3rd, he denied his love for you?
Yes.
And am I to further deduce that 19 years ago, you and Mr. McColl were lovers?
Yes. Yes, we were.
Order. Order. The court is still in session. Quiet, please.
Let you think that you did anything wrong, right? I mean, big girl like you tell me how you could possibly have been guilty of anything.
Why else would he do it? If it wasn't for me, why else would he do anything like that?
It was Whit McColl. He did it. He took away your daddy's pride, and when he didn't have any pride, he was just so low, he just couldn't face anything, not even us.
I miss him so much.
I miss him too. I miss him too, but you know, hey, we got good memories and wonderful memories. We got to hang on to those and keep them alive.
I don't want to remember anything. Every time I do, I keep seeing him on that couch.
Oh, honey, no, come on. You got to erase that. You got to erase that from your mind. How? Well, I don't know. If you begin, you would tell me why. Why didn't you tell me all these years?
First, I thought you didn't know. Then when you told me he died normally, I thought maybe I was the only one who knew.
Oh, baby, what a burden for a child. Oh, darling, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
You were so upset. Scared. Let me tell you. You loved him, didn't you?
Yes, I loved him. I loved him. Loved him more than anything except you.
Did you see? No way I could tell you. Something awful would happen to you if you knew. I was just scared.
Oh, you don't have to be scared about that. You're never going to lose me. You know I'm right here for you whenever you want me.
Still think about him?
Oh, honey, of course I think about him. I loved him. You know, when you love somebody, when you really love somebody, they don't leave you for the rest of your life.
I haven't thought about it at all until now. I don't know if I can. It still hurts so much. Please don't leave me. Promise you won't.
I'll never leave you. You promised me something, though.
What?
This is important. No more secrets. Because secrets do something. They make a wall and people aren't close to each other. I just want us to be close as we are right now. Because I love you, baby. And your father gave me a lot of wonderful things, but you know what? The most wonderful thing your father ever gave me. He gave me you. Oh, honey.
Mrs. Connors, was it Mr. McCall's denial that he loved you that led to his murder?
Yes. Didn't I make that clear?
Yes, but could you please be more specific about what happened that night?
It was our child.
What child?
It was our child.
You and Whit McColl had a child?
Yes. Whit and I had a son.
Order, please.